Bamenda, la capitale
In the capital region of the northwest of Cameroon, at the beginning of the week, witnessed clashes between the security forces and demonstrators. A march organized by the civilians as a result of the move initiated by English teachers who are calling for the withdrawal of francophone teachers from English-speaking schools in the region, Southwest and the Northwest. The citizens have clearly not heard the calls of the trade unions of teachers who are asking pupils and teachers to remain in their houses on Monday, 21st November 2016. This resulted to several scenes of violence, which also led to many injuries. This comes as the country is currently organizing the Women African Cup of Nations football competition.
Well, beyond the discrimination in the educational sector, the demonstrators have been protesting against the general marginalization and poor governance of citizens living in English-speaking regions in Cameroon. They're also calling for the independence that seeks restoration of southern Cameroons. The protests come just a few weeks when a group of English-speaking lawyers took to the streets of the same city to protest against the use of French in courts and the lack of English versions of some legal acts and codes, but security forces reacted by using tear gas to disperse them. Bamenda, which is considered as the main opposition stronghold, has regularly been shaken by protest movement. Just to recall, in July, traders in the city protested against the raised taxes and rental prices of shops in the market.
To talk about this, Gobert Gwan, a civil society activist in Bamenda, Cameroon.
Colbert Gwen, qui est activiste de la société civile camerounaise. Alors Colbert, merci de nous rejoindre.
The lawyers were in the first, and we understand teachers have followed suit. Then the violent protests in Bamenda on Monday. What exactly is happening?
Dans le nord-ouest du Cameroun.
The lawyers are protesting on the grounds that the common law, the bi-jural system is gradually being eroded, and then the civil law is gradually being planted on the Anglophone part of Cameroon. For the teachers also say that the government seems to have been introduced a policy of harmonization of education to a level that Francophones are teaching Anglophones in English in Anglophone schools, and Anglophones don't have that corresponding opportunity. Schools of education that have been flooded by Francophones, and so the teachers, they ask that the Francophones should be withdrawn, and then technical teachers should be trained in the higher teachers technical college in Bamenda and the one in Kumba, so that they can gradually take over from the Francophones who currently now handle the technical system of education in Cameroon. But yesterday's escalation of violence happens because a Chinese firm has been working in Bamenda for quite some time, and then they have been digging the trenches for water and then not filling back the holes, and then they have made a movement in town very difficult. And so the demonstration escalated yesterday because one committee came out with a coffin and said he was ready to die because the city council had not been doing much to provide the more needed routes, and that the Chinese have come to add more pain to injury.
Aside the military intervention in Bamenda, how is the government responding to these grievances?
Many people think that Cameroon was peaceful. Cameroonians are beginning to say, especially those who have been marginalized for years, they were really silent, not that Cameroon was peaceful, because that is what the political narrative has been, that Cameroon was peaceful, united, and the rest. After 24 years of one rule, they actually need to see some changes at the hem of so it's a whole package and handled by diverse people at various levels. But from the look of things, they focus on that they want to see a regime change at the end of the day. But the government is functioning with the understanding that the people will be tired and then they will go back to their various job places. But now the way the resistance is being put up looks like it's very difficult. If the government does not speak any of these days, it will escalate into further violence, because now all the shops have been locked up, markets have been locked up, and even life bullets are being shot in.
If you claim the people will not burst out that easily, tell us your elevation. How is this going to go?
From the teacher's point of view, it is an indefinite strike action. From the lawyer's point of view, it will involve more strict demonstrations. Teachers and taxi riders are promising to join them. And so it looks like the momentum is actually building up, and that if government is not careful, some other thing will happen. In fact, as I'm talking to you, we're almost like we're in Aleppo now, because there is Ground forces are there. There are planes overflying the whole city of Bamenda.